Good morning. I'm Esther.
I'm Nick.
And we are here today to do one of our Chatty Cathy videos, as someone in our comments called them. This is kind of behind the scenes and just conversation, hanging out conversation, and our 6-month progress report. We're going to go back and look at our list of things to do. It was kind of an ambitious list, wasn't it?
They all are, right?
That's how we do it.
Yeah. So we usually make a list right around New Year's. Like I said, they're always ambitious. We like to put a couple of things on there that are really just consciously a push, and we definitely have it on there this year.
So we are going to go through all of those list items and give ourselves a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or something else.
Yeah, I mean mid-year we're able to say, yeah, we'll get to it, and I don't know. Just looking at it, seems like we probably will. You want to start?
No, because first I just wanted to say hello and give you a sense of what's going on behind the scenes. We've been vlogging. We've been doing vlogs almost entirely on our channel for a while. We used to have a more mixed up variety between DIY videos that are relatively informational and vlogs, and then these sometimes very heavily opinionated talking videos. But we kind of slipped into doing constantly vlogs, and the reason for that is that they're a little easier to produce. And we've been pushing so hard. Excuse me. My equipment is not up to the task. We're actually replacing my iPhone, which is what I shoot on, because of some audio issues. It got too hot as we were time-lapsing one of our truss, putting the truss together events. It was directly in sunlight, and it damaged the camera. So I haven't been able to keep up in that way.
It's also less disruptive to construction projects, which has really been the focus in the last couple of months anyway. I don't have to stop and teach something unrelated to the project, so it's been a way to sort of smooth things out, keep letting you watch, but also keep moving forward at a breakneck pace.
Which is pretty much what it's been like. So now we might be just a little bit tired.
I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm ready for more. Let's put up another building. Is there another building on this list?
So
Let's do it.
yesterday felt like a bit of a breaking point for me regarding Nick's level of tiredness. Obviously, we would be tired from all the projects we've been doing, but we don't ever believe in that. So it has to actually happen before we'll believe that it's happening.
Right. So all in a day. Should I run it down?
Yeah, I think you should write it
Okay.
down.
Well, Milo likes to remind me of what yesterday had in it. He has it in list form. It included a 2x4 in the face, a small fire in the tool shed, running out of supplies and stopping the project,
And
and stepping in a yellow jacket's nest and getting several stings.
I think that's it. That's all in one day.
That's the highlights.
So that's misfortune, but that's also exhaustion. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't normally drop a chunk of wood on my own face. Fire, I don't know. Yeah, that might be going a little too fast, too far. I don't know, but we were well prepared for the small fire. It was welding related, and welding anywhere around work is, unless you're completely controlled, there's always the potential of a little berry getting away from you or something. And we had the hose right there. We had wet things down, and we were all prepared for it and looking out for it too. But still, not the best way to keep your day moving forward.
I think that's actually kind of how we do things here, is that we actually do have problems. We're just ready to solve them.
Right.
So we take things to the point where there is really tremendous risk, but we just have a lot of preparation for that risk so we can respond to it.
Right. We have a high tolerance for risk, so it seems like, oh, when it does happen, you just kind of you take care of it, and you're not so surprised by it.
So there's no video of any of this because in all cases I was trying to respond to what was happening.
She was walking by with a watering can actually during the small fire, so
I happened
yeah.
to be walking by with a watering can.
Yeah.
Milo also was on the hose, so that was fine.
Yep.
And then in the evening, it was right before bedtime that we walked into a yellow jacket's nest. We decided shortly before bedtime to put up a fence. That's
right.
Nick style for you.
Well, I mean, yeah.
After dinner, it's like 9 o'clock at night. Let's just put up a fence real quick.
Well, Stella planted a garden in an area that was not protected and not originally intended to be a garden. It's growing amazingly, but it's attracting elk. And so a couple of times she has given me puppy dog eyes about that she doesn't want to lose her pumpkins and some other things. So I said, well, we'll do something. So we just started grabbing supplies that we had, tried to throw up some wire fence real quick, and found some other residents of her garden that weren't so friendly.
And so then we went to bed. But the good news is that her garden is protected. Stella doesn't follow direction very well. I don't know anybody else like that or where she possibly could have gotten that attribute. So her garden is completely her own design, and she decided where she wanted to put it, and it's quite successful. But as Nick said, there was no protection for it. The other kids' gardens aren't fenced either, but they're in places where I have successfully grown things before, and it's been just not visible to the elk or too close to a structure for the elk to be as interested in it. I knew that Stella's garden was going to get the munch, and indeed she's lost her lettuce patch completely. But I think we saved everything else.
Yeah, we shall see. It's not my best fencing job ever, considering the circumstances, but it's there, and it's a deterrent anyway.
Yes. So there's the behind the scenes for you. I feel like these talking videos are a good time to find out the mistakes that we've made that we're not filming.
I guess. I mean, if we had a camera, we'd have a hell of a blooper reel, but we'll tell you all about it afterward anyway.
Right. So let's do our list.
Okay.
So every year we set some goals. Let's wait for this plane to go by and then we'll tell you all about them. So we're looking at our list of 10 goals that we set for New Year's. We do this every year, and we usually end up with about 80%. But I think this list was particularly ambitious. So, change of plans. My phone did the thing where it drops out audio for about 5 minutes here. And although I might have just taken a minute to reshoot it, Nick's black eye from the piece of wood in the face is getting worse, and his ankles are swelling from the yellow jacket poison. So he's taking a nap. So I'm just gonna fill in the blanks here. All you'll miss is a little Nick and Esther banter. The first 3 items on our New Year's list were 1, the shop. We're killing it. It's a huge project, but we're so proud of everything we've accomplished. 2, keep the little house growing. Again, we're so proud of the mudroom, which makes the little house completely look like itself and have personality. There's a lot left to do there, but we feel happy with our progress. And thirdly, on our list, we had planned food preservation. That's a bit of a question mark because a lot is yet to come in the harvest season, but we're off to a good start. Now I'm going to drop you back in on number 4 as if nothing happened. Number 4, starting plants. Did I start plants this year?
You started a whole ton of plants.
How'd I do at it?
Really well. For not having a greenhouse or grow lights or anything, she did awesomely. I think that in the future we need a better spot to make it happen.
We need better light.
Yeah, but for what we had, she got a whole bunch of stuff started, and our gardens show it now.
It was really touch and go because we didn't have enough light. I put out some plants that were really small, but it was successful. It's actually mostly the reason I didn't vlog very much in April is that I had maternal instinct towards, 30, 40, 50 little seedlings that I was trying to take care of. And I really moved them around and watched them and was very, very strong caretaker towards them. And it worked. Most of them survived.
Yeah.
So thumbs up for starting plants, and we'll do even better next year.
Absolutely. Number 5 is Stella's Etsy shop.
Our 9-year-old loves to craft, and so we decided in the winter to encourage that and give her an opportunity to sell those crafts. How did that go?
Well, that was during the winter when she was inside a bunch and really needing things to do, and she did sort of go on a crochet jag there for a while and branched out into some other things. But she's 9, and she moved on to other things when the weather got nicer.
Like playing in her camper.
Yeah, playing.
And giving her stuffed animals superpowers.
Yeah, super cooking.
Super cooking? Awesome! That's a
And,
superpower.
She has super dancing from the pink one.
Super dancing.
These.
Well,
Important things.
yeah, absolutely, for a 9-year-old. So we decided to not push and just let her explore stuff. It's not like she's not challenging herself or not staying busy. We all just had cookies that she made entirely on her own last night. So she's still trying new stuff and mastering most everything she touches.
We definitely could have pushed her, but pushing Stella isn't a fun thing.
Nope.
And she's got a lot of time to decide what she wants to do.
Absolutely. And she's got a lot available to her because she does try so many new things.
So this is neither a thumbs up nor a thumbs down. It's just that's okay. All right, what's next?
Well, number 6 is use Milo's park pass. He was a 4th grader all this year. So he has a national park pass for the whole family.
Okay, so here are the challenges on. This is the first item on the list that we have not actually done at all. And I think indicative of who we are not the best at resting.
Right, or really traveling. Leaving home is a little difficult.
Yeah. So we're going to solve this next week, like within days.
Yeah, we have a Milo and Dad camp trip on the calendar, so we'll find a spot right near us and just have a little overnight, and that'll be something.
And then hopefully the family will follow to have a whole family little overnight. We can't be away from here too long. We in the past have arranged that with having someone come and watch the place. That's perfectly possible. It also tends to have consequences. Even when we have a great person watching the homestead, we have come back to a dead duck. We have come back to damaged gardens. We've come back to chicken mites.
Sure, and so this place kind of does depend on having humans in the house all the time and overnight and everything. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Not 0.
Number 7 is water catchment.
Ooh!
Haven't done it yet.
Oh, we haven't done it yet.
But we did just put up a whole big swath of roof that we plan to catch water off of. The plan is to catch water off of the shop roof. It's situated right above the main garden, so that will help our irrigation needs over there, which will cut our energy needs elsewhere because we're currently pumping water over there. But if we can have a sweet little gravity-fed catch it from the sky sort of water system for our garden. I think that'll be a big move up. Probably one of the next projects on the shop is putting those gutters up.
So we can look forward to that. Still on the list.
It's one of those. It's going to happen.
Okay.
Number 8, put animals to work.
Put animals to work. This is an interesting one because we have had a problem in the past with animals that were pets taking a lot of particularly my strength and energy.
Right, and just that they were addictive inputs, right?
Yeah.
In that we were bringing food in and just not really getting the most out of what animals are capable of.
So this is not really a to-do list item. This is a do-not-do list item to make sure that we don't have animals that aren't contributing, except the cat, of course.
Yeah.
He's the
He
exception.
does nothing.
He does nothing but cuddle and be beautiful and walk by himself as cats do.
Right.
We're actually having pretty good success with our chickens this year. We're going to do a couple videos about chickens. We look forward to a time that our chickens will have more range area because we'll have more fencing. And until we've done that fencing work, we really can't have that many animals, and that's okay.
Yep, that's going to be fine for now. We do have a round of meat birds that just went outside last night for the first time in a small little pen, and we hope to be really smart about how we fence them to maturity. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be kind of all we do this year for animals.
Okay, what's next?
Number 9 is finish the rocket mass heater.
Woo! That's another 0.
Well, it's currently a 0. It's one of the non-functional projects. You know, the thing works. We've stayed warm for 2 winters with it.
So our rocket mass heater is our wood burning system in the house. It's the thing that has a barrel, and if you've recently joined us and didn't see the winter, it's a barrel and a mass made out of cob, which is clay and sand and a little bit of straw. And it's an efficient way of heating our home, and we love it. But it's also kind of a pile of mud in the middle of this beautiful house.
Right. It is unfinished dirt furniture. So it's a learning curve thing. We have to do the research. I haven't worked with natural plasters all that much, but I'm sure we can figure it out and move forward with it.
And realistically, this is October. This is
Absolutely.
This is later in the season that we're going to hit this so that we'll be able to fire it.
Yep.
So yeah, look forward to that later.
Awesome. Number 10 is stay the course, which is a big one of those. So that's just our motivational little mantra there at the end, which means don't get distracted by shiny things and the funnest projects, or I don't know, just distracting things in general.
And remember who we are and remember what we're doing. We're trying to live a good life, good for ourselves and good for the world around us and good for our children. And we're trying to be the best people we can be and use self-reliance as a lifestyle to put action to our deepest core values. That we think humans matter and we think love matters. We think that caring for one another matters, and we're willing to put our back into the work. And also, we want to live a life full of adventure and new experiences. So remembering that those are our core values helps us to stay on track and not get too hung up or obsessed on any particular detail. Like a wasp's nest, or what was it, a yellow jacket's nest. I mean,
Yeah.
that is not
I'll stop itching eventually.
adventure.
Right.
Self-reliance.
So it also
2x4 in the face.
Yeah. It also helps us to actually complete projects and to trust the person who made the list in the first place, which was us. So we just have to, it's just what it means. Stay the course. Don't don't get distracted, and don't change your mind too much.
I think it's important to note that we're at the 5-year mark, that we have this list and things are really rolling. I would say that we have a solid good grade on this list right now at the half-year mark.
Solid B, I would say.
Yeah, solid B. The reason we have this much success is because we had continuous commitment over the last 5 years. There are times that we have not looked like this. There are times when we just looked stupid and crazy. But we had continuous commitment to our goals. And over time, things start to settle into place. You get more knowledge, you get more confidence, you get just more resources, more roofs, more roof space, more running water. And as these things have accumulated, we become stronger and stronger. So I hope that for some folks out there, that can be just an example of how it really is possible to overcome adversity, even in terms of lack of experience and relative ignorance, to get to a point where you are killing your to-do list.
Yeah. Onward and upward, huh?
Onward and upward. And let's hope that today we do not find a 2x4, a fire, or a yellow jacket's nest.
Hopefully we don't find them out of place. They can all exist in their proper place, which isn't my face.
All right, so we're gonna have all kinds of different content coming up, and we're getting coffee happy. We've got to go wake up the kids and begin our day. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you.
Thanks for watching.
Thea, are you ready for the snow to come back? You like that snow, don't you?
Get my little house.
I think it's a male plane.
Wait, as in not female, or as in
Carrying the mail.
delivering mail?
But you're supposed to say a mail plane. How can you tell?
Yeah, a mail plane. How can you tell?
By its little balls.